up the hill, bit of a hill here. Keep going, keep going. This is my Von 2 on the way to the station.
This isn't Brompton, but this isn't any old Brompton. No, this is the Brompton Superlight. It's a beautifully engineered, lightweight folding bike from the iconic British brand that's designed for speed and a lot of fun. Now, as a committed road cyclist, I've always been intrigued by the novelty of a folding bike. Are they just for city bankers in suits? Do they really make your commute easier? Let's take a look at what it's really like to live with a Brompton.
Okay, first things first, time for me to head to the office. Now, normally I'll either walk to the office and get the train, or I'll get kitted up and go by bike. But today I'm going to be taking the Brompton. First things first though, time for the unfold. The lights are red, ready to go on the Brompton. It's nippy, it is quick off the line. Okay, so this is where the practicality of the Brompton really comes in. I mean, when I walk to the station, it normally takes about 15 minutes, but I reckon on the Brompton it's going to take about 5. Oh yeah, and people do definitely look. You always get looks, that's for sure. It's like they've never seen such a novel item before. Little do they know of the pleasures of a Brompton. I think I'm going to be early to the office for once. A few car doors, always stay, what do they call it, the Dutch reach or whatever. You don't want to get car doored basically. Up the hill, bit of a hill here. Keep going, keep going. This is my Von 2 on the way to the station. Go, go, go. Guess what I really like about it is how easy it is. So literally just unfold the Brompton, hop on it and off you go. And you don't have to be bothered, you know, sometimes in the morning getting kitted up and all your lycra, etc. with about 1,000 items of clothing. Station's just around the corner up here. Oh, some potholes on this road, watch out. I can see the station. Okay, turning left. Okay, we have just arrived at the station, ready to get on the train. Look at all these losers locking their bikes up. Okay, it is the end of the day, but today, you know what? I'm going to be taking the long way home.
So after a long day at work looking at bikes I can't afford online, it was time to head home. Except this commute was going to be a little different. Oh yeah, living on the edge.
Now Richmond Park in London is a bit of a mecca for cyclists. It's like a second home for me. I'm always coming around here. It's a bit of a diversion on the way back from the office, but today I'm taking the long way home. So the $1 million question is, how does the Brompton ride? Well, this is the Brompton Superlight. So this bad boy has the classic Brompton steel frame, but with titanium forks and a titanium rear end, which means, as you'd expect, it's lighter. And to be honest with you, there's not too much difference in terms of ride feel between this and a standard full-size bike. I mean, a few slight differences, I guess. You notice the steering's a little more sensitive because of the smaller wheels, and that's great when you're going through traffic. Really easy to kind of dodge and duck in and out of it, but it does need a little bit of getting used to when you're out and you're doing your longer stuff like this. This is kind of where the Brompton's really good, because it means you can almost leave your road bike at home during the week, get the Brompton in for your commute, and you can even get a few miles in after work.
So the Brompton was proving its worth as a convenient commuting machine. Super easy to transport around with you, agile through the crowded streets of London, and a hell of a lot of fun. But that wasn't good enough for me just yet. Oh no, my inner road cyclist was desperately seeking further validation from the plucky challenger. It was time to take things up a notch. A few notches, in fact. It was time to race the Brompton up the steepest street in London. Welcome to the Urban Hill Climb, a 900-metre climb with an average gradient of 8%, ramping up to well over 20% at its steepest. Ouch.
5, 4, Go. Come on! No!
Come on, mate. Go on. There he is. Come on!
Harder than I thought, to be honest. Legs are like mush at the end. Okay, that is the urban hill climb done. So let's break it down very quickly. The start, so we had the Le Mans style start where you had to unfold the bike. I don't think I did particularly well there, probably lost quite a lot of time. You know, I've been practicing the unfold and I think I got it down quite well, to be honest with you. You know, I was getting it down to like 15 seconds or whatever. But it was just when the pressure's on, I couldn't tighten the clamps quick enough. But anyway, set off. The first section, I definitely went out too hard. And then we reached the really steep section and oh my days, my legs were like mush. The last 30 meters or so were just hell, pure hell. But we got up there in a pretty respectable time, wasn't too bad. I mean, even in the Brompton category, there were some seriously strong riders. And I guess, you know, what it proves is that this humble machine can get you up anything, really.
So what about long-time Brompton owners? After all, I'd only been living with my Brompton for a few days. Let's get some opinions from them about what they love about the Brompton and whether they'd recommend getting one.
What I like about my Brompton is it's easy to get around town. You don't have to worry about putting it into if you're going to a restaurant, you can fold it up. If you're going for a drink after work, you can do that rather than having to lock a bike up and worry about it getting stolen, which just inevitably happens in London.
It goes everywhere I go, and now recently I've been racing with it as well, so it's my passion. It's everywhere I go, it goes.
Probably have about 5 bikes at home, but actually none of them are that suitable for just, you know, getting around town, going to my friends, going out, whereas the Brompton is sort of always ready for that.
My commute's only 4 miles, so it doesn't really make sense to me to get into my Lycra, get my road bike, and then inevitably worry about it getting stolen.
They're also something that people see as a bit curious. I think they're things that people like seeing on the roads.
I think due to the size and the mobility of it, it definitely brushes up your skills on cycling. Obviously being portable, you can take it anywhere you like, and the fact that it's an all-rounder, basically. You could take it literally, do what you want with it, and you can even race with it.
Yeah, it's a bike and you can explore loads more of the benefits of cycling as well, with how useful it is to get around, how you don't have to be stuck on an underground train or worse, stuck in your car, and just you're out on your bike more of the time, getting in more miles in the legs and also just exploring more places.
I used to take myself too seriously and think, oh, I'd only ever ride a road bike, but it's a way to get at least like 50k extra riding in, and it's just easier than getting the bus or getting the train anywhere, so get one.
So that was that. My time with the Brompton was over. And you know what? I was sad to be parting with my newfound friend. To sum it up, what's the best thing about living with a Brompton? It's fun. You feel like a kid all over again, and when you do have to do adult things like, you know, work, you can even take it with you and put it under your desk. Can your bike do that?